Hey everyone, it's Jeremy again, back for another really fun book review video. I try to make these reviews very fun and very fun to do. I don't know. But the book I'm going to review for you today is going to be on Wicked by Sara Shepard. This is the 5th book of the Pretty Little Liars series. And I really like this new cover design. Some people don't like the new cover design. But I quite do. It's quite nice. Really nice. And that is the spine. And the back. And the side. And as per usual, I'm going to read you guys the back of the book. And let's get this review going. In Rosewood, Pennsylvania, 4 very pretty girls just can't help but be bad. Hannah will stop at nothing to be Rosewood's queen bee. Spencer's digging up her family secrets. Emily can't stop thinking about her new boyfriend, and Aria approves a little too strongly of her mother's taste in men. But now Allie's killer is finally behind bars. The girls think they're safe, but those who forget the past are redeemed to repeat it, and they should know by now that I'm always watching. As I said before, this is the 5th book of the Pretty Little Liars series by Sara Shepard. This book picks up, I want to say, I think it's a month after the 4th book ended. You know, I think it's been a couple of weeks or something like that since the court date that Ian was sent to prison, and Emily sees a girl that looks a little too much like Allison. That's basically how the 4th book ended, and this book picks up a couple of weeks later, I believe, with the aftershock of Mona being which Hannah still has some getting over Mona issues in this book, just like she did in Pretty Little Secrets. And we learn a lot in this book. This book was, I'm going to say it, this was balls to the walls insane. It really was. I thought Unbelievable was a crazy book. This one, you just are thrown into so many different more emotions in this one. Because they believe A is gone. We know A. We the reader know that A is not gone. The old A is gone because Mona is dead. So yeah. But everybody thinks it's a good idea for all the girls to come together and kind of have this real meeting to say goodbye to Allison, because her murderer is in prison, and everything that began with the series is kind of coming together with saying goodbye to things. But of course, we knew the series would continue. That's why there's a 5th book. But I feel like there's a part of each of the girls that don't want to say goodbye to Allison. Allison is a huge part of the series, even though she's not actually in it much. She's only in backflashes and mentioned about certain things here and there. But I loved this book. This is my favorite book of the entire series. There is so much intensity going on. There's just so much. And basically what goes down is the girls get a message from A. And for a good while, they're like, this is not possible. Mona is gone. What's going on here? And one thing leads to another. So they believe this is Ian doing this from prison. He's contacted somebody. There's a loophole where he got a phone. He got it blocked somehow, and he's doing this as punishment to the girls because of he's in jail and it's all their fault. And so with that being up in the air like that, the girls are going through a lot. But I'm going to go through what they're all going through individually, and then I'll go over and we'll talk about what happened towards the ending of the book that was insane. I'm going to have to look at the back just a little bit. But Spencer is digging up her family secrets because her family is a little iffy on what happened. Just everything with stealing Ren, with stealing her sister's paper, and refusing to go through with it despite her family's desire to want to keep their family safe and have their wonderful reputation be angel free and wonderful. So she believes that she's kind of outcasted. Her family doesn't really care much about her, so she kind of so she is under the impression that she was adopted. Cool beans. You keep doing that, Spencer. I love Spencer. You guys know that, but that was just a little bit ridiculous to me. Hannah is going through some issues of her own. She is dealing with everything that has happened with Mona. She's got some growth going on. She still has some things to get over, such as Hannah. She's dating her boyfriend Lucas, and Lucas is a sweetheart. He's an amazing guy that treats her very well, and I think anybody can relate to having a nice person that takes care of you and just brings you presents and things like that. And I feel like she's not very appreciative of him. She kind of brushes him off like a piece of crumb. She's very kind of rude to him at parts, and that's just not right to me. I'm starting to like Hannah less and less, especially how she treated Lucas in this book. Eventually, circumstances bring up and they break up because she's just a bitch, and I don't like her at all. And then we have things with Arya, who she meets a guy and she really likes him, and then a little, they have a couple conversations, and they kind of, I think they kiss a little bit at a art showing, and then he shows up at her house to take out her mom on a date because they met on an online dating site. And this is like, and Ari's like, oh my god, this is not happening. I like him. Mom, what are you doing? Things like that. And of course, things happen that jeopardizes their relationship because her and her mom have been on a very rocky relationship for the last several books. And it's finally starting to become mended again. And if A has her way, or they, or I don't even know, could rip that nice relationship that they have again completely to pieces, and that terrifies Arya. And it says Emily can't stop thinking about her new boyfriend. Yeah, she's back to boys again, so it's kind of a girls, girls, no boys, no girls, no girls, no boys. So she kind of goes back and forth on the gender that she likes, so she's kind of having some conflicting feelings, and she meets a guy. I do not remember his name. Xavier, there we go. Yes, Xavier. And so she really likes him, and so she, they go ice skating together. They just kind of share a really sweet moment. It was really adorable, cute moments between the two of them. And I was like, this is so sweet, and things like that. So I really, really overall enjoyed this book. And then there's the ending of the novel. Things go, Hannah cannot stand Kate, which is her stepsister, something like that. She just does not like her at all. And so she says at a party that she has herpes, and her father is infuriated by that, saying, you are like grounded, you're not allowed to talk to anybody but Kate. And Kate, we find out, is not this little goody two-shoes kind of person either. She's like Hannah, wants to be on top and queen bee and all of that. And she's determined to ruin Hannah's life. Another thing on top of losing your best friend, on top of everything else, she's got to do that. And she has to spend lots of time with Kate, which that's going to be really interesting when I get to the next book. But the novel ends with them somehow getting into the woods. It's been I read this a year ago, so I'm sorry if I'm not very coherent on the reviewing process of it. They go out and they find Ian's dead body in the woods. And so they call the police, and they go and try to get the police. They come back, and his body is missing. It's been taken by someone or something. This is not a supernatural book, so it's going to be his body was taken by someone. I'm thinking A took the body. And the novel ends with another little fun text message from our vindictive whatever, and said he had to go, A. This was a pleasure to read. I really enjoyed this book. I don't own any of the other books. I don't own Killer or any of the ones that come after this one, and I have not read them. So this is the most up-to-date review I have, and sorry about that. I'll try to get the next several books and read them because I really love this series. It's my second favorite series. The Mortal Instruments series is the first one, and the Pretty Little Liars series is the second one. So I hope I've said something in all of these many reviews that you'll want to pick up this series and give it a try. Some people said it's just not their cup of tea and prefer the TV show better. That's great. And others, I do recommend it. It is a very fun series, and there's twists and turns and shocking revelations all the time. So I hope you enjoy my review. I hope you enjoyed my review over Wicked by Sara Shepard. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you guys in my next video, which probably will be in about a week. So I'll see you guys then. Alright, have a great day, and I love you guys. Bye.